Hi everyone, this is Caitlin Walter, and here is my Intro to Media 143 final on media literacy. So going right into it, what is media literacy? As defined on the medialit.org website, media literacy can be defined as the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media in a variety. And for my project, I decided to research more upon social media and their influencers and how the job market for social media has really just progressed within the past couple of years. So in that specific context, media literacy comes from really knowing your audience. So for example, as YouTubers, knowing what their subscribers will click on as far as clickbait, or on Instagram, when you post a video, when you post an image, what your followers will like, and the same with Twitter. When you post a tweet, what users will reply back to your image or your tweet and like it. And so that's media literacy. And it's important to really dive into knowing your media and understanding the market, because it has just become such a huge job market. You know, people are creating jobs and making millions and hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars with just creating Instagram posts and creating YouTube videos. It's really become such a huge job market. So with that being said, what is social media? And so social media, as defined on Merriam-Webster, is a form of electronic communication such as websites for social networking and microblogging, through which users can create online communities to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content such as videos. So whom does the social media population consist of? Really, anyone can be a part of the social media population, and it's important to really understand the population to know how you can market towards them as an influencer. So, like I said, really anyone can be mixed into any sort of the population, and I really wanted to focus on who, like student-wise, is it, and how really social media affects all kids at any age. So in elementary school is where the social media really begins, is when you connect youth to the community at large, beginning with understanding the effects of sharing on social media. So I've seen lots of posts in the past on Twitter that kindergarten teachers want to show their students how many people will like this image and will see this image. So retweet this or favorite this if you saw this image, and things like that. And although young elementary school kids, such as first and second grade and even kindergarten and preschool, may not be able to understand how many people like 100,000 and plus is, at least they have some type of visual for that. And so the middle school students in classrooms are able to create their own blog to relate to current issues in their community. And I think that's a great start into really diving into how, when you post something, it affects somebody else. So getting information out there and just continually sharing it. And in high school, obviously, we know that social media really becomes an enterprise. It continues to build upon the community engagement if you have social media assignments in school, but it's really just that huge enterprise that, kids are always clicking into Snapchat, kids are always clicking into Instagram, and kids are always clicking into YouTube to check out on the cool hot trends. And it doesn't stop in college and beyond. People are always glued to their Facebook, to their Twitter, and for the older generations, it becomes a real news outlet, and for those in college, it becomes such an entertainment with posting things to Snapchats and Instagram, and it's all about the experience and the entertainment. So with anything, there's always going to be pros and cons. So some of the pros and cons with social media are the pros. It connects people to the world at large. It connects us from small places such as Hamilton, Ohio, to larger places such as, across the pond in England or somewhere, or out to Hawaii, or up to Canada, or just really everywhere. We're able to connect with so many different people. There's a great form of entertainment piece with it. We're able to just go onto the internet and maybe search for something on YouTube and are then able to learn more about it, or such as like YouTube tutorials, or just be entertained and watch TV online. And for businesses, there's such a low cost of marketing, so people are able to connect with those influencers, and without having to pay for air times, they're just able to sponsor somebody's post and create monetization through that. Although there are many dangers of connecting with the wrong people through social media, kids can be very vulnerable to connect with maybe traffickers or some sort. It's really easy to just start digging themselves in a hole. So there's that lack of supervision that can lead kids to being left in the dark hole of the internet. And there's always information that's going to be easily skewed and easily persuasive for the viewer of social media. So with that being said, how do individuals gain such a large following on social media? There's really no true way to depict how one becomes a social media influencer. Maybe perhaps one video of theirs becomes viral and they capture that very unique audience that just leads them into a successful future of social media. So social media influencers are on all sorts of types of platforms. As you can see to the right, the guy is connected to Twitter, he's connected to Instagram, he's connected to all these different things. It's really just having a platform and gaining a huge following. And it creates the career for them. And creating viral content that consumers want to watch and brands want to promote their products. Also, like I said, in promoting their products, brands are able to give influencers sponsorship opportunities to even continue the growth of their following. And it's become such a fast and growing market that some people may even ask, what if platforms were to remove their monetization? How would social media really evolve in our society? And who really knows? Maybe one day that could happen. So, misrepresentation of influencers. Children are always checking in on their influencers, and they're easily sucked into the reality of their glamorous lifestyle that they are portraying. And it's really not even the case. They are living this glamorous lifestyle because they're able to afford this lifestyle. And And as soon as these influencers post something, it's there forever. They may even post something that's offensive to people and people don't appreciate. Within 10 minutes, they may have to take it down, but because they posted that, the violence and the pain that those viewers experienced may have triggered something and marked their lives forever. So with that being said, kind of why I was really interested in the social media and influencer topic was this recent thing that happened this semester with Logan Paul. So Logan Paul is an Ohio native, and he became famous from the 6-second Vine app. And after Vine fell through, he started making YouTube videos and creating viral content that led him to the 17 million subscribers. But in February of 2018, like I said, during the semester, he posted a video of himself and friends in a forest in Japan that is known as the Suicide Forest. And within the video, he showed some graphic images with no respect to the parent suicide victim. And within that seemed to be a very entertained and very lackadaisical guy. And he poked fun at the guy who was unfortunately hanging there after his apparent suicide. And it's just crazy that we don't have the legal protection for these videos, and that this video was out there for hours and anybody could view it. And we weren't able to protect minors from viewing this such horrible, distinct video. And it's just crazy that some people believe that with this simple apology that he tried to make, that everything would be back to normal and better. And it's just really upsetting that these children look up to these influencers and have to see that. And so on the right is a quote that he made in his apology, which is kind of just a bland quote. And how are we to believe that this individual is truly innocent and sorry for their actions in making such a somber and a private moment just such a comedic relief effort? But then there's also those influencers who take their fame for good. And so that happened recently with Mason Ramsey. He is an 11-year-old boy who was, just filmed yodeling in Walmart, Illinois, and he instantly became famous and viral for his unique voice that he had. And recently he was a guest star on Ellen DeGeneres' show, where she gave him the chance to live out his dream and perform at the Great Ole Opry. And in the segment of the Ellen DeGeneres show, Mason Ramsey was just so grateful and respectful of Ellen, and just so humbled at the opportunity that he had to go and perform at the Grand Ole Opry. And she even sent him out to Coachella to perform. And since then, he's used his fame for nothing but positivity. So, with being aware of media literacy and being aware of how it really affects our society, how I would encourage somebody to really be aware and to continue the development of media literacy would be in encouraging our youth. So social media is such a great platform to encourage our youth to achieve their goals, such as Mason Ramsey did in his video, and with celebrities endorsing him and discovering him, and with also encouraging our youth, teaching them the right and wrongs of the social media world, and having that media literacy that, there's a right and wrong to everything, and there are consequences to everybody's actions. So with building awareness of social media, their